and this is 2020.
Welcome everyone. Today is a very special day. It's the first day of my 56th year around this planet. I can remember being younger and thinking that one day I will be older and what the year would be and how far off it was. You know, thinking I had all the time in the world before I got to be that age. Well, I've been that age for a while now. And I'm still wondering what the hell happened to all those younger years. But I'm not going to talk about my younger years. That would just be boring you. I don't want to do that. Instead, I'm going to give you all a present. So sit back, relax, and let's open it, shall we?
It's your birthday today. It's your birthday today. Rock and roll and celebrate. Celebrate, we will. Lose control and you cut the cake. Tonight is yours. Destiny awaits. Oh, wait with me. Share toast with your closest mates.
Tick-tock, places to go, people to see.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ashley. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thanks, sis.
Oh, happy birthday, Ashley. Ashley, your sister is so awesome, giving you balloons, a plant, and a red velvet bundt cake for your birthday. It looks like nothing can spoil this moment.
Sorry, guys, but I'm actually working inside, and you're making my dog bark, and my customers are yelling at me.
Oops, spoke too soon.
So if we could just quiet down a little bit.
That seems like a reasonable request.
Your dogs were barking before I even said anything.
But I'm on the phone.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a problem
at
with your
call
dog.
center.
That's
It's
the problem with your
because
dog.
You're outside making noise.
Okay, I didn't make any noise though before your dog started
Really? You
barking.
were just singing happy birthday?
Your dog was barking before.
Because he heard shit outside.
Okay, is that my problem or yours?
I said it nicely. I'm not saying you're not, but
Obviously,
heard it.
ma'am.
My customers are upset.
If you own a dog, you know they bark. That's one of their jobs besides sniffing crotches. Noise is subjective. However, singing happy birthday isn't making noise. Unless, of course, you hate singing. And apparently you work from home. So noise is going to come from outside your front door every now and then. If your customers are upset, it's your job to calm them down and explain things to them.
Right, and every time I open the door, the dog barks.
Because
I didn't even knock on her door before your dog started barking.
all I'm asking.
I'm gonna sing my sister happy birthday and I'm gonna leave.
Sing it inside. outside?
No, because we're social distancing. Do you not understand that?
I do.
Okay, so close your door. Close your door and let me carry on about my fucking day.
And I'll move my chairs for you tomorrow, by the way.
Damn, can't even sing happy birthday. Because the bitch got a problem. How about I just sit out here on the goddamn stairs because it's my right? How about that?
You can go ahead and do that, and I'll call the cops.
Now, I understand why both are upset at this point. Though the neighbor was polite when she first opened the door, she blamed Ashley's sister for her dog barking. That prompted Ashley's sister to get defensive, which prompted the neighbor to get defensive. And it all went downhill from there.
Okay, so I'm visiting my sister, so call the fucking cops. What are the cops gonna say?
They're gonna
That
ask you to leave.
I can't sit outside of a freaking house?
I legit asked you nicely and politely.
I was gonna
I've
sing
never
happy.
had
I was
a problem.
halfway down the goddamn stairs by the time you opened your door.
And I waited
Go back
10
to work.
minutes.
You didn't wait 10 minutes because I've only been out here for
My
5.
dog has been barking for the last 10 minutes.
Well, your dog has a problem, not me, because I've only been here for 5.
I didn't mean to start something between the
I wanted to sing my sister happy birthday
I understand
from
that.
a goddamn distance halfway
I
down the
understand
stairs.
that.
How long do you think I was going to be halfway down the goddamn stairs?
I said something politely, and you got upset with
Because you didn't need to open your door.
Okay, let me get serious for a minute. In my opinion, Ashley's sister's reaction to the neighbor opening the door and saying she made the dog bark turned her into a Karen. I don't think the neighbor is in the wrong. That is her place of residence as well as Ashley's. She had every right to open the door and say something. However, she could have just left it to, "Excuse me, but I'm trying to work. Can you please keep it down?" Though I doubt that would have made any difference to Ashley's sister, especially after the neighbor threatened to call the police. Ashley's sister, as well as the neighbor, made what should have been a happy moment for Ashley into a bad one. And all Ashley could do was stand there and watch. Did I hear the sister right? Did she say she was damn near done with the song? Wait, I need to go back and listen to the beginning again. Hang on, let me check.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ashley. Happy birthday to you.
Aw, thanks, sis.
Nope, she did finish the song. Then the neighbor opened the door as they were joking and laughing. The neighbor apologized for her part in the confrontation that both she and the sister conflated. However, the sister couldn't be bothered to apologize to the neighbor or Ashley for her part in the conflation. Thank you to all my amazing patrons. Fantarang, Darth Wedgius, Roy, Fraser, and AJ Ravenwolf. Bad behavior is bad behavior, whether you're in the right or in the wrong. And in the case of this video, 2 Karens don't make a right.
It's your birthday today. Karen! It's your birthday today. Karen! Grab your goodie bags. Open your gifts. Blow out your candles.
Howdy, partners. You know, I've seen some purty nasty cowpokes in my day, but these three hombres take the cow patty. I call them the sick, the twisted, and the vile. Nathan Oakley, Daniel Pratt, and now Anthony Riley, aka Sleeping Warrior. All three have crawled into the barrel and slithered under the scum at the bottom of the barrel. And all three also used words that I initially bleeped out as they are slanderous in nature and YouTube hates them. However, after thinking about it, I decided to leave them in, except for Nathan Oakley's from a year ago. Oh, and speaking of Nathan Oakley...
The only steps you can take to get that conclusion is by using R. So let's see it. Then I'll rape you with it.
No, it's a straw man, actually. I'm just looking over water.
No, it's not a straw man. You've just asserted the obstruction is caused by Earth curve. So, dumb f***. Let's see you draw that logical connection, dumb f***. This is you being raped. Let me pin you down, Tim. Hold. Let's all hold his arms while I rape him. Yeah, Tim, this is you being raped. This is you being raped, Tim. And you can try and rumpus, scream all you like. This is me holding you down and inserting R. It's me inserting your axiom. Yeah, you squeal, little piggy. Squeal while I rape you with your R presupposition. Your axiom and your presupposition of an R value that you need to Oh, have you dropped again, little boy? Bye-bye, Timmy.
This one smashes.
Yeah, I've seen them all. Yeah, well, you're going to show us something obstructed again without telling me how it links to Earth curve, so I can pin you down and rape you with your R value that you'll presuppose.
Really
your axiom that you'll talk all over while I point it out again. Maybe you'll tell me, oh, we've all got presuppositions. Yeah, Tim, you have. And I'll hold you down by your girly little ankles and force that R value anally into you, while you tell me that your obstruction is caused by a begging the question, proof of nothing, perspective hijacking curve calculator. I'll rape you with that R value, No, Ranty. The one that's actually going to rape you is me. Yeah, me. I'm the one raping you, Tim, with R. Your axiom, your presupposition, Tim. Yeah, I'm holding you down while you squeal. You squeal for Ranty to come to your assistance. It's me. I'm the one holding your ankles down. Yeah, you want to mute me, do you little bitch? You want to mute me, do you little bitch? Yeah, you can't. I am raping you, Tim. This is me holding your ankles down and forcing your religious belief up you. You take it, take it. Squeal, little piggy. Squeal. Squeal for me, you little piggy. Bye-bye, Timmy. Yeah, didn't want to take the rap. I don't blame you.
Ugh. To use Hokey Cokey Jokley's words against him, what a fucktard and a fucking moron. And speaking of fucking morons, introducing Daniel Pratt.
Hey, Irish Demon. Sorry, folks. This is just a little message for my pedophile buddy, Irish Demon, the fucking pedo, the pathetic pedo that pushes pedo propaganda on people, that pushes mask mandate propaganda delivered from pedophiles on people, because he's such a bitch pedophile that he won't do fuck all about it. If he ever saw me face to face, he'd piss himself, because he's a soft little bitch pedophile. I'm in Olympia, Washington. If you're not in Ireland, come see me, tough guy. Make good on your promise. I promise you won't, bitch, because you're just a pedophile. And if it's not a child that you can't dominate, you can't fucking handle it. Come get some, pedo. What's the matter, Irish Demon the pedo? You scared, pussy? You should be. You're too fucking stupid to be scared. Now, go suck on your globe balls some more, little boy, and go try to rape some more children, pedophile. Does that hurt your little feelers, pedophile? Tough shit. I promise you won't do fuck all about it, bitch. Get my channel shut down, pedo. See who gives a fuck.
Daniel Pratt really lives up to his last name, doesn't he? He seems to have moved on to other topics, though, like the election and his usual fallback, COVID. But not to worry. A new gunslinger has stepped onto the street to defend his dishonor, because that's what idiots like him do. Ding!
So what I've done to emphasise the point, I've done a small 2-minute video, and I've said Conspiracy Cats thinks gas pressure is a force. He thinks gravity is a force. Oops. But in the video, what I've said is, basically, I've played the part where you do your little ping pong balls, and then I've played his response saying that it's gravity that holds the atmosphere onto the Earth, and then I've played George Musa saying that you can think of it as a force, but it's not really a force. And then I said, listen, conspiracy cats, if I called you a paedophile, you're not a paedophile, but if we were to treat you as a paedophile, you'd be pretty pissed off with it, wouldn't
you'd be pretty angry.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what I've done. I've said, yeah, so what he's done is, when I've done the video and I've released it, he's gone crazy, right? Which is my point, because nobody wants to be called a paedophile. Now, he's not a paedophile. Let's be absolutely clear, he's not a paedophile. But by talking about it as though it's paedophile, it kind of, what's the word? It massages the point that it might be, do you know what I mean? Which is exactly what happens with gravity being a force. The more we talk about it as a force, it becomes a force, even though it's not one. And he's using that as the explanation for why the atmosphere isn't being burst off into space in your example. And I'm like, you're doing to words, you are raping the meaning of words by bastardizing them into a context that they don't belong. And he obviously he's got really triggered by it. He wants to have me a fight. And I said, I'll tell you what, we'll have to fight. I will not throw a punch. I will not even defend myself. You can attack me. It isn't going to change the fact that gravity is not stopping the particles from fucking off into space. And he doesn't see it. Or he does see it and he has to argue it.
Oh, geez. So you're not calling him a pedophile, but he can act like you're calling him.
No, he can think of him. Exactly.
Well, that's a very, like, political...
Real.
It is real. It's visceral. And when you it's very Alinskyite. And if you look up how... and I've mentioned this before on the show, one of Alinsky's tactics is to polarize. And when you can take a term that doesn't really apply, you're kind of creating a logical fallacy about them.
Wow. Riley trying to justify his slander. And those with him on the panel also justifying it? What pieces of horse shit. Thank goodness we have Ranty to tell us the real story behind it all. Ranty, take it away.
Okay, so I happened to be talking to Conspiracy Cats yesterday morning. It was quite literally just a couple of minutes after Sleeping Warrior had sent the message to Conspiracy Cats. Now, if you're not aware of what's actually gone on, Sleeping Warrior has accused Conspiracy Cats of being a paedophile. He does then go on later to try and explain away this as being some kind of metaphor for talking about children's minds. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to present you with some contradictory information that may basically prove him to be lying about that. Now, on the screen right now, you can see the first message that Conspiracy Cat sent to me. And what you'll see is that people are talking about, excuse the language, pussies. And they're talking about it in the terms of being a groomer. You can all see this is on the screen right now. So it's very clear that the definition of what they're talking about with this pussy talk is to do with vaginas. I'm sorry to say, I don't believe we have to go down this route. And of course, you can see instantly that the preceding comments lead on to the comment from Sleeping Warrior. What happened is that Conspiracy Cats had challenged many times Sleeping Warrior to a boxing match, and Sleeping Warrior had backed out and refused to entertain this, even though he was challenged several times to a boxing match. Again, as I say, he's refused, but this is the messages. I'll flick through the next one. He goes on to say that, is it alright if he sends the screenshots? He says, yes, share it, of course, no problem, but that the pussies were referring to the virgin minds of children. This is Sleeping Warrior. I want to go back to the preceding comments, where we hear this, where it says, Daz isn't embarrassed that he called me an e-beggar and then pussied out of saying, why? Like a pussy, a big soft pussy. Daz is a big soft pussy. Daz turns around and says, at least I'm not a groomer. So then Conspiracy Cats replies and says, hey Daz, do you want to take Fat Boy's place in the boxing ring? And that's when Sleeping Warrior makes his comment about defiling children, essentially, young children. And this is, by all accounts, a follow-on from Daz's comment, which says, at least he's not a groomer. Now you can actually see that Daz and Sleeping Warrior here are essentially both going after Conspiracy Cats in this grooming way, i.e. child molester way. It's just disgusting. There's no need for this, and it shouldn't be out there that Sleeping Warrior is trying to wriggle out of this and say that he did not intend his words to mean what they actually said. In this case they do, because he has a problem with context, seeing as he didn't feel that it was contextual when he essentially took me to court, when he didn't understand the context of my wording. But now he wants to refer back to the context of his wording and try to change it from what he said to it being the virgin minds of children. We all know that's ridiculous. Here's the next message, as I say. We shall carry on. Conspiracy Cats asks, do I have your permission to share it? You do what you want with it. You did say you were going to the police with it, says Sleeping Warrior, and I hope sincerely that Conspiracy Cats does follow through with that. And this is the last image that I believe I have. This is all from Sleeping Warrior. You can read this here, exactly what he's saying. He's then trying to bring it back into the context of Flat Earth. Now, as I say, to me, personally, this is unacceptable in the Flat Earth community. I don't believe we should be in a situation like this where somebody is running around saying these kinds of things to other people. I don't think it does the community any good. I don't think there's any need for it. I personally have absolute disdain from what's gone on here. I mean, I've already got my problems with Sleeping Warrior, but right now he has overstepped a mark big time. So, it is with hope that Sleeping Warrior sees not just this video, but the many other videos that people have put out regarding this. Now, my first response when Conspiracy Cat showed me this was to immediately say, I don't believe what I've just read there. I can't believe that. And I was adamant that this needed to be brought to the community. So I was actually speaking to Conspiracy Cats when he actually sent this to him. So I am in a position where I actually have the conversation with Conspiracy Cats at the same time, where he can't believe exactly what Sleeping Warrior has done either. So I feel very sad that this has had to crop up and be in people's recommendations. I feel very sorry that I have to speak about this, because I don't want it to be just left and for the Globe Earth community to think that we are in some way, us Flat Earthers in some way, backing Sleeping Warrior upon this. I don't think that there is a single Flat Earther that would back up Sleeping Warrior on what he said. I believe that the community is bigger than him. He thinks he's bigger than the community, and he's very wrong for that. I think he'll find out that everything he's been doing this year, especially this now, I mean, this is just like the final icing on the cake. There is no room for him in this community, and I would hope that he would apologise and then fuck off somewhere else, because we really don't want you in this community. We don't need you in this community. You are nothing but a liability in this community. That's my opinion, and I'll see you all in the next one.
Regarding Anthony Riley and his vile behavior, I'll let Mr. Sensible tell you about information that we never knew before about Sleeping Warrior.
I'm happy to talk about it. It was disgusting. Absolutely despicable. And someone said to me, I didn't know that the police had gone round to Anthony Riley's. Well, the answer is, in case you're watching Anthony, no, that person didn't know that. Nobody else other than myself and a person who reported you to the police knew that the police had been to your house. We kept it under our hats. But because of the despicable behaviour, had you sort of changed your ways, that would have been the end of it. But because of your despicable behaviour, Anthony, I've made sure that people know, so that Conspiracy Cats is aware that, yes, the police have been involved with you before because of hate speech. It's now down to and up to Cats what he does or does not do with regard to reporting it. I suggest you tread very carefully, and maybe, if you have an ounce of decency, issue a heartfelt apology. But there we go.
Conspiracy Cats did address this on the November 4th Agree to Disagree, starting at timestamp 137. If you would like to see the full story, the link is in the description below. MC Toon has his own issues with Kim Drops, slandering him on Facebook. The link for that video is in the description below as well, and may I add, can be reported if you are so inclined. People who use pedophilia against someone because their viewpoints differ are pieces of shit. However, calling them that insults shit, as shit has practical uses. This kind of behavior is not acceptable in civil society and should be discouraged. Critiquing someone's video or criticizing their content or their behavior is not the same as the behavior exhibited in the video clips shown. And it definitely is not censorship. For all those who think these are one and the same, you are the problem with why the shitty behavior of Oakley, Pratt, and Riley, among others, exists. Due to the nature of the sick, twisted, and vile content shown in some video clips, I will not add my Patreon clip. Thank you for watching.